Hey YouTube, this is another review. This time it is a 2-tub washer and spin dryer from a company, I'm going to say Arksen. That's the spelling of it anyway. Now before I go any further, this is not your traditional washer and dryer. It's meant to go in places where a traditional washer and dryer would not work. It's also significantly cheaper. I bought it because I moved into an apartment that did not have a washer and dryer hookup. Therefore, it didn't come with a washer and dryer. And I didn't like the idea of going over to the laundry room because I was used to having a washer and dryer in my apartment. I don't like using shared equipment for sanitary reasons. Also, I didn't want to go back and forth. It's just a convenience fee thing. And this is very inexpensive, so I believe over enough time, I would save about the same amount of money, or spend about the same amount of money running this unit as I do going to a coin or card operated laundry facility. So first over here we have the washer. Now this uses an agitator which doesn't have a center post. It's a fairly small machine, so it would take up more space, but it does seem to spin it very thoroughly. I was surprised. Also, there is a lint filter removable in this tub. Over on this side is a spin dryer, which is kind of like what you have if you are making a salad and you spin the water off of the lettuce. It's kind of how it works. It doesn't work with heat. A heat dryer would cost a lot more, and this is plastic. It would just melt the whole unit, so that wouldn't be very good, would it? It does come with this piece, which is a safety device, so that if you have clothes built up in the dryer, it doesn't spin out and get caught in the mechanism. This piece usually stands up by itself, but for some reason it doesn't work very well, this unit. That's not typical. Going on over the top, there's 2 water inlets starting from the left side of the machine if you're facing it. The wash timer, which has an arbitrary set of numbers, which you would think would be minutes, but it isn't. I haven't been able to figure out what 15 means. It actually takes fewer than 14 minutes to run, but I don't know, I always set it to the highest time anyway. In the middle is the wash select, which is soft and normal. And then also the drain, which brings up another great feature of this. Some of these rely on gravity to drain. This one has the actual pump, which works for both sides. But this drain is only for the washer because the spin dryer will turn on the drain, or turn on the pump when it's ready, near the end of the spin cycle. And again, over here is the spin timer, which again, you see the arbitrary numbers, which don't mean minutes. I'm not sure what they mean. I always set it to the highest setting, and it just is what it sounds like. It spins the clothes, and then when it's finished, it's damp, mildly damp. And then you just hang it on like an old school clothes rack or line or something like that. Now, when I first started to use this, I had the problem of my clothes being a little bit stiff. That's because I wasn't using this fabric softener correctly. I thought fabric softener is something you rinse out because I'm used to a machine that does it for me. You're not supposed to rinse out fabric softener. Once I stopped doing that, the clothes are very soft, like it would come from a regular washer and dryer. A few things like towels are a little bit stiff, but like if you just crunch them up a little bit or move them around, they soften right up. So that's not really a big deal. Now, again, on this side is the water inlet for the washer. On this side is the water inlet for the spin dryer. You can use that as the rinse cycle. I just empty this out and refill it for the rinse cycle, and that's when I add, like I said, the fabric softener. But that is, the other water inlet is here for that option. This is the drain hose, which again, works with the pump, so it can go up above this if you need that in wherever you're going to be using this. Just remember that because this is the way gravity works, there will be potentially some water that stays in the hose. So if you can, it's better to drain down, but you don't have to. Now this works on a standard 120 volt in the US. I don't know if there's a European version of this, probably. But the version that I purchased works on a regular 120 volt, 15 amp plug, which is an Edison plug, which plugs in anywhere, which is what is great about this. Again, it's a portable washer and spin dryer, so you don't have to have a special circuit and a special plug to use it. So that's pretty much the whole thing. I believe I touched on everything. I was really happy with it. Just remember that there are some limitations, but it's also substantially less money than a regular washer and dryer. And again, I couldn't hook up a standard washer and dryer if I could afford it anyway. One of the things is, because it's not automatic, when you fill up the tub, you have to make sure you stay around because there is no safeguard for overflowing, and I have walked away from it, come back with water all over my floor. Just have to be careful, and then it won't happen. Unfortunately, there isn't a device in here that would activate the pump, which would be nice. Again, it's only a little over $100. It's amazing it does what it does, and it does it well. So that is my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you think you might like this, please click on a link in the description to go see it on Amazon. If you purchase it, I get a little bit of a percentage. If you purchase something different after clicking on the link, I get a percentage of if it's within a certain amount of time. I don't get anything if you click on it and look at it, not purchase it, but it is another way to find other specs that I happen to not mention. It is a very light unit, but they recommend you not store it in the bathroom or outside where it can get wet because, again, water and electricity. So that is my review. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscriptions so that I can get my monetization back. And also please share it.